alleges that developed countries all over the world have drastically reduced the manufacture of asbestos, and some of them have even banned this. In India, the use of this material is increasing every year at the rate of 12%. Various surveys indicate that there is a significant increase in deaths due to lung cancer. This situation is not only among the workers but even to the families residing nearby such industrial plants. Citing the example of some countries, request was made for banning import, manufacture, and use of harmful chemicals. It is also averred by the petitioner that in most parts of the world there was a drastic reduction in manufacture and use of these chemicals. In fact, efforts are being made to ban these things. On the contrary, in India, use of some of them was permitted on the basis that the controlled use is absolutely safe. There are various victims in India who are suffering from various diseases in one form or the other. The petitioner claims to have identified more than 500 victims from 5 different states, namely West Bengal, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. No proper and adequate treatment is being provided to them. It is also averred by the petitioner that there is complete failure on the part of the manufacturers in providing safety equipments to workers, regular health checkup, maintaining health register of the workmen, etc. The cost of the treatment is quite high. No compensation has been paid to these victims, and even if some compensation was paid, it was too meager to meet the expenses. All these victims are suffering for no fault of theirs but due to exposure to asbestos. There is no law in place which directs the payment of compensation to such victims. No medical records are being maintained to regulate the treatment of the victims. Government has failed to take proper action, which compelled the petitioner to approach this court by filing the present writ petition in larger public interest, as there is apparent violation of Articles 14 and 21 of the Constitution of India. Notice has been issued to the respondents, various affidavits have been filed, and the matter has been heard from time to time. One of the main objections raised by the respondents is that the present writ petition is an abuse of the process of the court and has been instituted at the behest of a business rival. This issue, to a large extent, has been dealt with by a bench of the Gujarat High Court in B.K. Sharma versus Union of India. This issue is of some significance, and we shall proceed to deliberate on the same and record our conclusion at a later stage. Petitioner has not furnished any details of the industries which are working contrary to law and where the workers are exposed to such hazardous health conditions. It is only then that the government can take action in accordance with law. States have taken different stands in their respective affidavits. However, all of them have stated that appropriate measures are being taken to ensure working of such units in accordance with law. In the affidavit filed on behalf of the state of Kerala, it is averred that there is only one factory carrying on the manufacture of asbestos and allied products in the entire state. This factory has obtained license under the provisions of the Factories Act. It is further pointed out that this factory was established with fully automatic system. After that, no asbestos manufacturing factory has been established in the state. While referring to the judgment of this court, it is averred that strict instructions were issued to the inspector of factories and boilers to take urgent steps for implementation of the directions of this court. Some states like Himachal Pradesh, Tripura, Mizoram, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, and Manipur have stated that there is no asbestos factory within their territory. The workmen of these factories are covered under the Workmen Compensation Act. Thus, their interests are well protected. In its affidavit, State of Bihar has stated that presently there is no industrial unit involved in manufacturing asbestos in the state. The use of asbestos product in the state is limited and is not to an extent that the user of asbestos is likely to suffer from any kind of disease related to it. On the contrary, it also appears from the records that there are 22 cases of asbestos related disease in Gujarat. They have not been given any compensation and their cases are pending. Thus, it is a matter which essentially has to invite the attention of this court. Stop. ये हमने 110 की स्पीड से लिखा है.